Howdy folks, I'm out here for a hike in western New York at some state forest land. I'm just going off trail. I have no plan today. I'm just going to meander through the woods, enjoying some fresh air. It's a beautiful day. It is a little chilly, around 50 degrees Fahrenheit, which isn't terrible for early November, mid-fall, but it's actually almost 80 degrees just the other day, so it feels a little colder than it is, but it's refreshing, it's nice, and I think we're gonna have a really nice hike today. Let's see what the forest has in store for us. Enjoyed following this creek into the forest a bit, but it's time to peel away and see if we can actually get deeper into the woods to see what might be waiting for us in there. Kind of an interesting stone, just out in the middle of nowhere. Split and cracked like that. I don't see any other rocks on this little ridge I'm climbing. Huh, oh well. Let's keep going up into the woods. Deeper and deeper. Okay, I made it up that ridge from the creek, and we're about to enter this spooky, creepy looking pine area. You can see that this here looks like it was an old logging road. These state forests that I hike in New York have either in the past or currently are being used for logging. So you'll come from spots like this behind us. It's a little more wild and natural looking, and then there'll be a straight line, and then there'll be these tight planted pines and old logging roads grown in. So we're going to explore through here. I like these areas as far as they just feel weird, kind of have a creepy vibe. I think it's because they're unnatural. They're planted by man, not by nature, so there's something kind of unnatural about it. But we're going to hike through here for a while. Just a maze back here, trying to get through all the fallen trees and branches. I haven't poked myself in the eye yet, but it's definitely a risk. Oh, something's fallen. Ooh, a tree. A big branch from a tree. Yeah, it's windy today, and I hear a lot of creaking, and I've heard trees and branches fall. So I am on my toes out here. I don't want to become the victim of a falling branch. Trying to stay aware of what's above me, and when a wind picks up or I hear some creaking, I try to get somewhere that it ain't happening. Okay, it looks like I may already be leaving the creepy little pine area, because I can see it gets brighter pretty much all around me. I'm going to keep trying to head this way, more or less. Just going deeper into the forest. See what happens when we get out into that sunlight. Might be a clear-cut area. Could be an old road. There are trails in this forest, but I'm in a section that's not near the trails. In fact, although I've been to this forest many times, this is an area that I don't know if I've ever explored. If I have, it's been a long time. Because usually what I do here is follow the creeks. They have a couple of really nice creeks. But I thought I'd do something different and just see what's waiting for us deep in the trees here. Nice and sunny. It's definitely warmed up a bit. I've warmed up from walking and getting hit with the sun. It feels nice and warm. A little bit of a cool breeze to balance things out. But it's a really great fall day. What do we have here? These rock piles. These ones are all covered in moss, you can see. Goes from here to here. If I had to guess, 10 feet-ish, give or take. Whenever I see these, I gotta wonder if it's a Bigfoot grave or a giant grave. Probably not, but I like to wonder that kind of stuff. See some other rocks piled up around here too. Probably the most likely explanation is either from when they were putting in, yeah, here's more piled here, from when they were putting in logging roads 100 years ago, or even before this was forest land. It could have been farm land, could have been moving stuff around. This is like a long row, actually. Oh, the trip, yeah, this goes, the hump goes way up here. This line of rocks, it's kind of interesting. Doesn't look like a foundation or anything, it's just a line of rocks that goes pretty long distance piled up there. So I've got to wonder what the history is there. Oh, and it continues on the other side of this tree. There's more piled up. It's neat. Okay. Yeah, there's some weird ridges here. I can't tell if this used to be a creek or maybe it was a logging road that's just so messy now it's hard to identify. The stones just keep going, actually. I thought it was just that one strip, but I'm gonna follow the line of stones. I can see it keeps going and going and going. Let's just follow the mossy stone road, I guess. Kind of cool. Doesn't quite end here, but there's this nice flat area. But the stones keep going. Oh, and they seem to end here. I don't see any more up this way. That's a pretty good stretch they came from all the way down there. It's getting windy again. I think I'm going to take advantage of this nice flat stone and sit down and have a break. So I thought the stones ended just over there, but as I'm walking away, I'm seeing this is a big pile of stones right here. And you can see there are more. I think they're just covered in leaves. And it's kind of a little hump here. So I feel like it fizzled out a little farther than I thought, but it's definitely kind of interesting. At the end of the video, I'll post a satellite picture of the tracked hike, and we can see what the stones look like from there. I'll just try to zoom in on Google Earth too to see if there's anything. Oh, there's more. Continues. We're still on the same line. They're just kind of buried here. So yeah, this line continues. That's kind of neat. Looks like quartz or something, a big quartz deposit sticking out of this rock. Stones continue. I can see actually more up here as we go, so I'm going to keep following these. We'll take a look at that tracked hike at the end. I might throw on the screen right now while we're here a zoomed in kind of Google Earth picture if I can find the area and it shows anything. Yeah. See more here. It's a pretty long line. Curious. See the result at the end. Tripping all over him. Keeps going. There's more up here. Is this an old wall? Property boundary? You can still see more. Follow it till it ends, I suppose. It's a cool tree. It's an old looking tree. Rough shape. Which makes me think this road's been here a while, whatever this is. Still more stones getting into this tree, and oh, past it. I saw this bigger one in the distance and I thought maybe it would end there, but no, it's off the stone path. We're still following this stone path here. It's getting a little more defined. Almost slipped and fell. Be careful out there, folks. Don't do what I do. Wow, it keeps going. You can see it keep going. I wasn't expecting this today, but this is a pretty fun surprise. Get to follow this mysterious stone wall or road or whatever it is. Definitely bigger, more defined stones section. Keep going. Still stone here. Still see stones piled through here. We'll go through here. Oh, I see someone's hunting blind. So I'm gonna back out of here. I don't know if they're in there, but I don't want to disturb them. I see more stones here. It looks like the stones keep going, but I don't want to disturb this hunter if they're in there. I might have to wait for another time. We're gonna peel up and away from what they got going on there. Okay, I got up away from that hunting blind. I don't think there was anyone in there. I didn't see anybody, I didn't see any activity, but I didn't want to disturb them. I wasn't really expecting to bump into any hunters because it's not quite proper like rifle deer season, which is the popular hunting time, but I do believe it's some kind of bow hunting season, perhaps. I'm not a hunter, so I don't really know. I know in the fall I try to put on some orange and be careful. You should too if you're out off trail or even on trail. Have some bright noticeable colors. But so anyway, we peeled away from there. A little disappointing not to continue following that road or stone wall, whatever it was. But it looked like we were about to go down a ridge, probably to a creek. And then I was checking the map and it looked like not too much farther if we had followed. We may have hit one of the roads, like semi-main roads. So I don't know if the wall would have gone all the way or maybe just to the creek. But when I'm doing the editing, I'll check out like a Google Earth Maps, whatever, satellite picture and see if we can discover anything that way. Either way, it was a fun thing to follow. Now it looks like I'm kind of on an old logging road or just a conveniently road-sized clearing that's been scattered with fallen trees. I'm just gonna follow this for a little bit now. It's beautiful. Sun's hitting us. It's nice. So, coming to an end on this road that we came in on, or old road. The wind's been picking up quite a bit. Here, lots of trees and branches fall off in the distance. Thankfully, none of them fell on my head. This is a nice little path. Okay, this here, you can see as we get closer, I have these little tanks out here, random places. So that makes sense why this old road would have led here. There's got to be a newer, accessible road somewhere up here so they can get to it. Here's the tank. It has to do with gas. I don't know. Why would I know? But I bump into these things every so often when I'm freestyling out here. Okay, that looks like there's the road. Probably goes and connects to a main road so they can come out here and check on these, do whatever they do with them. But we don't need to go that direction. We will go this direction. It looks like there's almost a little bit of a trail beaten there and here. I hate decisions. I guess we'll go this way. We'll see what this is all about. It's being all smushed down. Seems like it's more smushed than a game trail. So I'm wondering if I actually did find one of the regular hiking trails, although it seems almost too grown in for that. I don't know. We'll follow it for a short bit here. See what we run into. Kind of just dead ends. I think maybe that was just a game trail. But this looks interesting over here. Cut down now. There's a creek down there. I don't think we're going to go all the way down there just yet. I think I'm just going to cross this little divide and keep going this way. Got a bunch more rocks here. Just piled up. Nice view where we're at. Keep going this way. I don't know if you could hear that on camera, but I just heard a huge tree go down in the distance. Sounded like a big crash. There we was far away, thankfully. The wind keeps picking up and the trees above me start moving, and I keep checking them, but everything around me looks pretty healthy. Still on my toes. I don't want to get squished. The wind's picking up again. It's getting pretty thick up here, so I'm actually gonna head down towards the creek down here, and I may have to cross or backtrack a little bit at some point in the near future if I can make it down there without tripping or slipping and be okay. I'm going to cross the creek here. It is slipping. It runs kind of zigzaggy through here. I'm going to cross it and start working back the other way, because if I continue the direction I'm going, eventually I'm either going to hit a road or private land. A lot of these cool big old gnarly trees. Just got to be careful in the wind with this. Yeah, I don't want to pump. I don't want to bump into somebody's private land or the road that I don't need to be on. So I'm just gonna wander in another direction for a while. Like I said in the beginning, I had no plan today, just exploring the woods, and it's been a great day to do that. Found that cool line of stones that's got me still thinking and intrigued. Creeks, trees. It's been a great day. Not done yet. Just noticed these mushrooms up here look really interesting the way they're growing. Look at that. That's a really cool growth pattern, the way they formed around the knot like that. Climb up away from this creek. Well, we have a good spot to do so. Follow along from up here. Huh. Kind of interesting the way these sticks are arranged. Same here. I wonder if this is someone's little hunting arrangement. Definitely caught my attention as being something that's doesn't look natural. Like something definitely made it with a purpose, but doesn't seem so crazy that it could be Bigfoot kind of thing. Just probably someone's hunting situation, I guess. That's kind of neat. Huh, caught my attention anyway. A big giant slingshot tree. I've already said in this video, a lot of these old gnarly trees, you can tell it used to be a pitchfork, but that fell down. Right there. So now it's just a slingshot. There's one behind it. It's just as big and impressive with even more big limbs still coming out, reaching up. It's healthy. Sort of winding our way down a little hill back towards the creek. Oh, that's weird. See how this is growing inside and then connects like that. That's weird. Back on a creek again. Creeks are nice. So this forest has several nice creeks to walk on. I've done lots of videos stomping through these creeks, so you can check my hiking playlist if you want to see more. A lot of good fossils to be found around here, mushrooms in the mushroom season. Check it out. I think we're going to cross the creek right here. It's nice and easy to do so. It's nice and low. Even though I do have my rubber boots on, I could splash through it, and I have been splashing through it on occasion. We're going to get back up into the forest a bit, away from the creek. Creek walking is always fun. I always enjoy it. It's a little better in the summertime though, when it's nice and hot out and you can really splash around, get a little wet even. And although I'm not cold, it is slightly chilly today and breezy, so I don't want to get too wet. Just want to enjoy some fresh air. So we made a nice little loop around through this clearing. You can see that's the pine tree area that we were in, and there's this kind of field in between. Might be kind of wet and marshy. Either way, I'm not going in there. I'm not planning to walk through there. I'm gonna keep walking through these beautiful woods. Just pointing out the loop we're making a really nice loop today. Be interesting to see the final tracked hike at the end. So either stick around or skip ahead if you want to see it. This part of the forest has got a very kind of magical fairy kind of vibe to it. All these little mossy hills and fallen trees and stuff. I don't know. I like it. I like how this forest has just a little bit about of everything. Beaver activity. There's actually lots of beaver activity in some other areas of this forest that we're not in. But I'm enjoying this area for sure. Okay, another bit of creek to cross. This is a little more familiar territory to me. Just starting to get close to the point where I started. Some beaver activity. I've gotten pictures and video of these before. I know I'm getting close to the end. After crossing the creek and going up the ridge, I stumbled onto the trail. Just taking this for a short bit because I can see through the trees. That's the road I parked on, but farther down. So I'm just going to take the trail up to the road, take the road back to my car, and head home. I'm going to go Go ahead and post the tracked hike on the screen. A little satellite image, and we'll zoom in and take a look where that stone wall was. You can see the loop we made. All right, I'm on the access road headed back to my car. So thanks for watching. It was a beautiful day for a hike. I really enjoyed finding that line of stones that we followed. All the creeks, beautiful weather, beautiful temperatures. So leave a comment below, say hello, and tell me what you liked and what you want to see more of. Hit subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you next time.